Look, G-Fair.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded at the 6. Across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Did you, I'm trying to... So we can run that shit out. You up? You gotta work today?
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Khalil Mack in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd
I'm playing. I'm a
sack.
That ain't nothing to me.
Garoppolo got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more
that was low.
Progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to dump that off to his right.
Oh, you playing a little left?
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. To Michel on the screen. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 20.
What league is this?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move.
Damn.
It goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to punt.
This is caught at the 20. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me.
I'm in the AFC.
That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of
I'm in the NFC. I'm sure. I'm in the NFC.
And that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated, taking pride in their performance.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They go play action with Trubisky, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
11, 6.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's George. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. On first down, Garoppolo. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go ahead. 21.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Ready? 13. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Play action. It's Trubisky looking for White on the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Red, up. Gotta go.
Trubisky will throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Red, up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. It's brought in
Some nigga in J-House League.
and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the
this is
1st down
regular season,
completion.
week 6 or something.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
Man, this
And
nigga
it
hair
can be
keep.
if
Oh,
that
man,
pass
this
is
nigga
completed,
Trubisky,
because you
boy.
hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I'm the Bears. Oh, shit, it's 3rd and 1. I'm tripping.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the
Come
gun.
on, man.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing
Set my
yardage
audibles.
back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
12.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6, 7. Hey, gun. 12.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. They didn't have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Again, this is Michelle, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Patriots. And even 50 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Go ahead. Wait.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. That'll bring up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Uses the stiff arm. Stiff arm number 2. So at halftime, it's the Patriots. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get
stop
right
playing
back
with
to
this
it.
dude. Just run the ball.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches
What up, babe?
for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They try again with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards on the ground.
Switch. Blue.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Hey, 18. Strong right.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Hurry, hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Let's go, let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 18.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Garoppolo will lead the Patriots up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
6.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. 1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
21.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
Last stop. Last stop.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Now a pitch out to Michelle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Goskowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He completes it right side to White. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. They go play action here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play.
Who is Dre?
And then
What's up, Dre?
attack the end zone.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Give me that.
Look at this. They get the
Give me that, motherfucker.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. This is Cohen, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the
I
run.
thought him like a different run. I saw him a minute ago. Yeah.
Now it's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted.
He ain't shit.
Read, and it's picked off. Just a little bit of a rough stretch.
I don't know. I whooped his ass though. I ain't being like y'all. Shit.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that.
Yeah, Buccaneer. It ain't money in this seed.
Fooled by what he's seeing on defense.
It wasn't even in this league. He probably started a new league then. I mean, all over.
The second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20.
Bullshit, Lowe's. Come on, boy.
Touchdown, New England. A big play there.
Shit, he just scored 23-13.
And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
23-13. He was up by 4.
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work.
He winning 24-13 right now. 4 minutes left.
That puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Come on, Mo.
He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They go play action with Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Looking for White on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Runs through the contact. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
You see this shit, Dre.
Dante Moncrief with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he stopped immediately there. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Trubisky. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll roll him out right. He hits White, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Lock in, lock in.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
18. 59, Mike. Check, 59.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Man, This whole line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Hey, 18, 18, 18. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. That's White. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Trubisky.
Man, this line ain't shit.
He's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Red, up! Lock in! Hey, 18, 18, 18. Gotta go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. A road win